Close the old bathroom door. Good morning. Hello. How are you? My phone is bouncing around. There we go. Good morning. It's Matt Pisarcik from Razor Emporium. Coming to you live. Friday live. It's Friday. Friday live. I'm excited. I love Fridays. I don't know about you guys, but I work pretty hard during the week, between work commitments, personal life commitments, commitments with the children, picking them up, taking them to swim, and all the different obligations we have during the week. And then Friday comes, and it's like this little. I had a hair. It's like this little time where I can just say, and get ready for my weekend. And what a weekend we have in store. If you weren't aware, there is this thing called the Super Bowl, and it's for football, American football, that is. And it's being hosted actually in this city, in Phoenix, Arizona, this weekend. I'm not a big sports person by any means, but I do enjoy hanging out with people, having some good food, sharing some drinks, screaming at a television. So I'm going to have my dad and I think my father-in-law come over, and we're going to, hang, have some male bonding time where we can grunt and yell at the screens. So that'll be fun. And again, I don't even actually know who's playing. If you ask me who's playing the Super Bowl, I actually really don't know. I just know that I'm gonna have my dad over, and we're gonna watch some TV. What's up, Adam? Yeah, my hair is kind of funky. I didn't even have time to take a shower this morning. If you guys have kids, it's always something. So let's see. I went to bed at 10:30. Which is pretty normal, 10:30, 11 o'clock for me. I'm a kind of a night owl. I like to stay up a little bit and research stuff and just have alone time. And then my son came into our bedroom this morning at 3, maybe? Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning with a bad dream. And so my wife scooted in the middle, and my son went on one side, I'm on the other side of our king-size bed. And then my daughter started fussing around 4. And so I went into her room with her at 4 and tried to get her to go back to sleep, and that didn't work. So we ended up watching cartoons from about 4:45, 5 o'clock until 6:30, whatever, time to start getting ready for school, daycare stuff. So that's fun. But anywho, that's enough about me. I think we're well into our 8 o'clock time spot now, so we'll get started here. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Yes, Bob Ross. Bob Ross is in the house, the guy. You are seeing, as of today, 14 days of Matt not shaving. I always tell you guys, my hair is doing something funky. It's like all puffy right here, whatever. I always tell you guys, I have a heavy beard and I can grow a beard pretty quick. This is 14 days. Let's just take a little examination. I have done, hello from India. Nickname in high school was Old Wheelbarrow. Oh, I like that, Greg. I've done no trimming. The only product I've used, other than washing my face in the shower and maybe using like a washcloth to do exfoliation, I've been using my Holy Black face lotion. Not a sponsor. I just like it. I like the smell, and it's a nice face lotion. It's a manly scent. So I can't see the stream though. Can you? I don't know what you mean by that. Hopefully we're live. I mean, I got 18 people in here. It says live. So we are going to do a little bit of shaping today. I'm not going to do, hi, Tito from Europe. I'm not going to do a full shave, like turning this into a full beard. I'm really just going to be talking about, we're going to take off maybe 2 fingers, maybe 3 fingers from this lower neck area. I'll probably draw a line to this, as I call it, my equator, my Adam's apple, right here, and just get some of this lower stuff off. I don't know about you guys, but my lower neck, you can see this hair comes down, but then this hair is all going actually up into the side and up. And so it just makes a little bit uncomfortable, especially if I'm, working or laying down or looking down. It starts poking like almost up into my neck. And I do own a shaving company, and I've been given some weird looks from some customers. And what are you doing? No, you're not even following your own practice. You're supposed to be a shaving guy. You haven't shaved in 2 weeks. Yeah. So we'll get prepped just using a good old-fashioned hand towel washcloth thing. Nothing crazy. Just gonna get it wet. And you guys wonder, is it cold water or hot water? Am I gonna use cold water or hot water? Who thinks I'm gonna use cold water? Who thinks I'm gonna use hot water? You guys should know by now. We'll just kind of start getting this softened up a little bit, this lower part. Star Wars water! I like the original Star Wars. I like the Rogue One, but the new movies is kind of disappointing me. I don't know. Maybe I'll lukewarm. I get it. Ha ha ha. Maybe I'm just not the demographic anymore. I think it's, as George Lucas said, it was always supposed to be for kids. It's a kid's movie. I'm not a kid anymore. Can't take it too serious. So I did like Rogue One. Rogue One was cool because it kind of tied together like what was happening. You're like, oh, this is what was happening. The whole Rebels. And yes, I got my shirt. What? We'll use a little pre-shave. My obelisk, as I call it, is getting smaller. Just kind of soften this up a little bit. Influences of salt and pepper look. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be 38 next month, and maybe I should be upset that some of my facial hair is starting to turn a little silvery white. But guess what? I just don't care. I'm married with children, and my wife thinks I look hot and sexy. That's all that matters, guys. I'm not on the dating scene. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I don't need to, whatever. So I'm just kind of rubbing this around a little bit. I'm not even like trying very hard to make a lather. I'm just gonna now use my washcloth, almost like a little brush itself. Look at that. I can just almost brush this into a lather. I prefer not to say when my birthday is. It's in March. I'll just say that. I have been the victim of identity theft in the past, so I just don't really give out a lot of personal stuff like that. Okay. It's a distinguished look, says Dave. I'm literally grabbing a brush that I think I used 2 weeks ago and didn't even clean it out. That's right, guys. I'm bad to the bone. Don't even clean my brush. I prefer. I think Douglas said latherus. A lather that you bring back from the dead. So here's going to be our lather from the time 2 weeks ago where we shaved everything off. I didn't even clean it out. So we're just going to grab some of this. It's some 1955 soap. And we're just going to get this little lower part teased up into wanting to be shaved. I'm going to make a complete mess of my black shirt. I know. Hello, hello. That's a sassy boy. My son is sassy. I don't know if I'm sassy. I'm folksy. I'm jovial, comical. I don't know if I'd say sassy though. Yeah, so we just did a very quick prep, guys. When you have hair this long, it almost shaves itself. And I'm serious. Your skin is like dying for it, and the beard like hasn't felt the blade in 2 weeks. So, um, you know, why am I growing a beard? Ohio shaves. Well, we've been doing a live every Friday for the last 3 weeks. This is the third live. The first live, we shaved everything clean. The second live, you saw what 1 week of growth looks like. And now this third live, you're seeing 2 weeks of growth. And we are going to just do a quick trim, not a full beard trim out, but I'm just going to take off the kind of the bottom section. To do that, I'm grabbing my trusty Rex Ambassador loaded with, I think it's still that same Persona 74 blade that's been in here. Just come up a little bit. It does feel nice. I miss shaving. I really do. I'm not growing this because I hate shaving. I love shaving. Look at all that stubble. Gets right through it, guys. Again, I'm not going for the full beard. You know, when we do the beard, we'll come up like up here. I'm just getting the lower neck. I am impressed. This just gives zero F's about going through it with ease. What setting on the Rex? It's the setting I always use, like 2.5, 2 3/4. You're lucky my son is like Wreck-It Ralph. Maybe slightly higher, just a little tiny bit. I did a whole video on the Pearl Flexi, and I really don't care to get into it right now. You can go watch the Pearl Flexi video on Razor and Point YouTube if you want to hear all my thoughts on that. They all, the Pearl, the Heritage Shave, the Ambassador, they all are descended from the Gibbs. It's just some people have decided to innovate with it and do different things, and some people decided to imitate other people's imitations versus innovating their own thing. So that's all. Actually, this part still goes up or down a little bit, so I'm just going to go a little bit more. That doesn't look like I did much. I'm like debating. I just want to take actually everything that's foamed off, but I can have like a decent little beard. But we'll wait a week. This really was just I was told by Marissa, the person who's behind all these videos. She said, "No, you got to keep them waiting." It's like the 1970s in this video. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. I like the 1970s. I like the music. I like the cars. It's okay with me. We just took a little bit off the lower neck, guys. I want to, trust me, I want to go up to here, but I was told to just take the lower neck off. Just basically this spot, she said 2 or 3 fingers. So I did like 2 fingers. That's what I took off. Because my facial hair goes quite low. I mean, it literally almost starts touching the little hairs on my chest. So it's taking 2 fingers off my lower neck is still, Marissa's a sculptor and I'm the rock. Yeah. This was actually my idea. I think I texted her or left a message for her late at night. I was like, like 2 beers in on a Friday night, hanging out with my wife in the backyard. And I was like, I know what I should do. I should do a YouTube series where I grow a beard and people see over the course of a month of like, we'll grow a beard and talk about different concepts as we're going. And that's what we've been doing. So we're doing it. Yeah, no, trust me. I would like, yeah, 2 fingers from the jaw. You're absolutely right. That's really what I would be at if I was doing a beard trim up, and that's next week's video. If I do it, I do it now, guys. I don't have a video for next week. Definitely 2 fingers from the jawline, says Mar. Hold on. I just got a text. Definitely 2 from the jawline. Ha ha. Okay, I have been given the override. I just got a text. I swiped down to see it. She said 2 from the jawline, and because she's in charge, she says I have the blessing. We're going for it, guys. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. Woo! All right, let's do it, guys. Let's shoot this. I don't know what next week's video is gonna be then, but we're just gonna go for this then. We're doing 2 fingers from the jawline. I don't even have the barber pencil. We were supposed to like use a barber pencil here. What am I putting on my beard to get away from the itch? Holy Black moisturizing lotion. All right, so we got it. We got the pre-shave bar a little higher up. Got some more water. We're gonna just really work this. I actually find this to be almost better than a brush when you got this much stubble. Look at how scrubby this is. You hear that? It's like sandpaper, guys. My kids have been hating that. I'll come up to them and be like, "Hi, good morning." Because my grandfather used to do that to me. He would always, rub his stubble on me. I'm like, Grandpa, no! But I've been doing that with my daughter and my son. I'm like, "Hey, good morning," or, All right, so we're going to go like this. Here we go. Yeah, brush burning game. I think every dad has to give their kid a whisker rub. It's like if you have kids, you understand. You've got to play with your kids, but you also have to remain like you got to make sure they know you're not a kid, you're a grown up, but like you can be that kid at heart. You know what I mean? And it's something to remember the rest of their life. Exactly. I mean, you don't want to give them a burn. But, just play, this little toyful, playful kind of thing. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the 2 finger. Now watch this. I don't have my barber pencil. I have a comb. So we're going to we're going to try to draw a line here. So it's hard because, again, I don't have a chiseled face. I wish I had the super chiseled face, but the beard actually helps with that. I'm going to kind of go like that. How's that look? It's hard because the chat keeps on coming. Let me look at the mirror. Nope, that's completely off. I need to do this in the actual mirror, guys. Sorry. I have to look in the real mirror, not my phone, because this is kind of a critical line we're drawing here. So just give me 1 second. Now that's probably, honestly, could go just a tiny bit higher, but I'd rather be conservative. Another good point. See, this is a teaching lesson, guys. We're not just having fun. Go conservative when you are trimming a beard up. Don't go crazy your first time. In fact, I'm probably just going to do this today, and next week we may go a tiny bit higher. But here's the line I came up with. This way, as the hair actually grows out and starts laying down, I haven't made like a weird line. And I'm going with the grain because my lower neck goes up. And then I'm going to switch just for this part right here. Man, there's so much stubble. It's actually not even stubble anymore. And this is not supposed to be a commercial for the ambassador. But look at that. It just doesn't care. It goes through all of it. Oh, it feels so good. I mean, truth be told, I have missed shaving. So I'm like hyper focused on that line. Yeah. Haven't tried the blade using as compared to other. You know what? I think the absolute I think it's the best blade of all time. I really honestly do. The Persona 74. It is like it's so smooth. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything, but then it's just so efficient. It's sneaky. It's a sneaky blade. That's why I like it so much. You know, the feather, you feel the feather, and it almost feels harsh, and you're like, ah, this is that same closeness feeling, but not the harshness. That's why I like it. So here we go. Let's look in the real mirror. That's pretty good. Let me just again. It's hard to look in the camera and then try to just. I'm gonna peek over here and then we're gonna come back. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Another kind of tip is this weird back part. Just be careful. Don't take too much of it off. I see some guys that like take this in a weird angle. Every time you go to shave again, you have to keep on going at a weird angle, and before you know it, it's just going. It's just crazy. So I like to just kind of like follow the natural hairline and just kind of like end it, but don't start bringing it in. Let it go back. It looks good for it to go back and then kind of come down. Some guys try to make that like a 90-degree angle. If that's your style, or if like you're going for like the pencil thin, like real cool look, okay, cool. But I kind of like Mountain Man meets GQ. So I like a little more El Natural kind of look. Okay, I'm just gonna use this wet washcloth and we're gonna get the rest of this off and we'll do the dramatic reveal. What we got? And so again, you can see how heavy my goatee is. It's all been growing at the same time. You know, it's been 14 days, and this is clearly, I tell you, I just built-in goatee. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do closer to the jawline next week, guys. That's what. So we have one more week of this. This is only week 3. This was just kind of a cleanup. Next week, we'll probably bring this line more like this. I mean, I could go like that and bring it right to the goatee, like that. But I've found for my face, it's good to have just a little bit underneath. This is more than I normally would like, but again, I'm trying to just stretch this thing out to 4 weeks and get some more length. I want to see how it lays down. If this is 2 weeks, then another third of the time, 1 more week, 7 more days, this hair should lay down a little bit more, and we should have some more fullness, and it should be look a little more thick. Like I've had beards before, and usually my jawline isn't as or my goatee isn't as prominent because the rest fills in a little bit more. And so I'm hoping that's still the case. You know, again, I haven't grown a beard probably for 4 years. I think this should fill in a little more and get a little bit thicker. And next week it should look more uniform. That's what I'm going for. But that was cool. I'm actually really happy with that. And you know, I got this tender skin that hasn't been shaved in a while. What am I going to use on it? I'm going to do a custom blend here. I like doing this. This is like my thing, guys. If you haven't picked up, I'm going to do a custom blend. We're going to grab some of that same lotion I've been using on my face, the Holy Black, which has got a gunpowder scent, and another gunpowder scent aftershave that has a little bit of alcohol. Is the old school Tombstone from PAA. I got this years ago from Douglas, and I've used it many times, but haven't made a dent in it, it seems. I'm going to put a little bit of the splash in my palm. I'm trying to do this live here so you can see it. A little bit of lotion. And just to get that combo together. So it's kind of like best of both worlds. A little bit of lotion, a little bit of alcohol. And I got this nice gunpowder and leather scent to it. I smell pretty damn manly. I smell like I just stepped out of the Old West. I haven't seen, you know, everyone's watching this Yellowstone in 1883. I have to get on this. I do like the Old West and cowboy stuff. I'm gonna have to watch some of this. I guess that's the new thing. I got to get myself a cowboy hat and do the thing, do the current thing. So, not bad. My line, you know, my line is not great. I won't lie. Their problem is I don't have my glasses on. That's a little better. You could grow mutton chops and look like Elvis. You know what? I have had mutton chops like back in high school. I got some pictures of me. Like I would grow my sideburns down to like here and angle them. I always did like the big sideburns. Are you still in the itching stage? You know, that was like maybe like 5 or 6 days ago. It was really itchy. It still is a little bit, but just putting the lotion on helps a lot. If you guys aren't doing it, you should be putting lotion on your face too. Like take care of your skin. It's not feminine to take care of your skin. You want to look good, right? For as long as possible. The sun's a bitch. The UV rays, man, they just destroy your skin. So like, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have a lot of sun, a lot of sunny days. You gotta take care of that skin. So a little bit of lotion and does good. Another one I always like to use was a Lubriderm for men. I like that one a lot too. Yeah. But I'm coming up on 30 minutes. I'll tell you what, I'll do another couple minutes, like maybe 2 or 3, 4 more minutes. If there's any Q&A, I got a wet black shirt on, feeling cool. I got a semblance of a beard instead of looking like a hobo. We trimmed more like probably close to 4 fingers because that growth went below my Adam's apple. So we trimmed a good amount of length, you know, of stubble off. I still have more to go though. And I don't plan on sporting the beard forever. You know, we did a good amount of YouTube videos before this, like we shot in advance. So you guys are still seeing, you know, videos like today was Noble Otter. So you can go see the Noble Otter shave. But you know, it's still pretty cold here. It's winter time. right? Almost spring. And I'll probably keep the beard for maybe a month. We'll see until I have to start shooting videos again, basically. So it's kind of been good that I was able to do this because I do. I mean, there's parts of me that love having a beard. When I first met my wife, I was sporting a beard, and she always misses it. Um, and so she was excited for the series. To see me again, bearded. She's like, "Well, you got a little more silver hair this time." I was like, "Sorry, honey, that's just what life is." But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, the Nivea for men lotion's good. Yeah, I like Nivea products. Am I going to review the stainless steel Rockwell too? Maybe. Yeah, if we carry it, we'll review it. What soap has a stronger scent? Most are so. I don't know. Any other quick Q&A? I'll probably wrap this up in another minute or two, just because I got to get my morning going. I haven't had breakfast yet. Told you I had a rough night of sleep with my kids waking me up. I want to go get a big breakfast burrito, steak and eggs. I like carne asada with eggs, like a Mexican breakfast burrito. That's like my jam, like that. And I got to get to the shop. We're still building out a laboratory right now. We have a meetup in 15 days, Arizona Shavers meetup. We're expecting like 50 to 75 people. We've got Phoenix Artisan coming out, WSP, Frugal Shave, Bricktown Grooming. I'm missing one. There's one more missing. So yeah, I got to get. We have 15 days till the meetup, and my shop is nowhere near being ready to host people and to have a tour. I've got to get my butt in gear and get some stuff cleaned up. And we're trying to finish this laboratory. I've been building a laboratory to do analysis for all of our plating chemistry, and it's just a lot more work than I thought. And we started like in October, and it's not done yet. So, anywho, but yeah, we'll be enjoying the Super Bowl. Go team. I don't even know who's playing. I think it's the Chiefs, only because my neighbor has a Chiefs flag out. I know he's a Chiefs fan. I don't know who the other team is. I'm not bad, but I will be having some burgers and beer and watching it with my dad and my father-in-law and just screaming at the TV. Ah! You didn't do the thing. You were supposed to catch it and do that. You need a franchise store in Michigan. People ask me that. We're so much e-commerce. We're just like 95% is e-commerce. My lobby, it barely breaks even, meaning if how much surface area, square footage it takes up versus how much time we spend with customers in there. It doesn't really make a lot of money. I have it there just for the benefit of people who come by the store, and I want to be able to host them and show them the products. It's more of a showroom than it is a store. I don't know. I don't. I think shaving stores struggle. Guys, look at Art of Shaving. Crabtree and Evelyn had a bunch of shaving stuff. Like, it's just not a. It's not a big enough market. It's like having a fireworks store. Have you ever seen a fireworks store? No. You've seen a firework tent. They set the tent up before 4th of July or New Year's or whatever. They bring the tent out. But you can't have a fireworks store all year long. You can't have a Halloween store all year long either. They set it up in an old abandoned store, the Spirit Halloween. Shaving's kind of like that. It's so e-commerce based. Customers are wanting to buy things and shop around, and if you don't have every single product in your store, they're just going to shop online and buy it somewhere else. We have fireworks stores up here. Well, Dave, that's just incredible. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and we don't have fireworks stores. We have fireworks tents that pop up whenever there's a special event. But I'm not looking to franchise anything. I'm looking to, honestly, right now, we're trying to grow deeper and wider with some of our services. Like, for instance, I may be starting to do some commercial plating work. So meaning I had a customer approach us who has a business with firearm like glasses you wear, like rifle glasses, pistol glasses. And they have a frame that's made of this Inconel metal. And then they want to have us nickel plate them or gold plate them. And I was like, sure. So we actually did it yesterday. we may start doing, a couple hundred of these glass frames just as another book of business. So that's stuff I'm more interested in than another store. I'm good. We're doing fine. Razor and Prime keeps on growing. I've heard some other businesses in the shaving world are not doing so hot. I've heard some businesses are shrinking, or they're decreasing their staff or whatever. It's a volatile industry. It really depends on people's disposable income. I mean, if you're not doing so hot, you're not going to go buy a $500 razor, a straight razor, or $300 safety razor if you can't pay your bills. So yeah. Anyhow, I went off the rails there. We're at 35 minutes. Enjoy your Super Bowl. I'm going to be sporting this little beard, and next week we'll probably bring it up just a slight bit more, and hopefully I have some more length and growth to show you. I'll say, hey, look, hey, it's growing. It's a beard. That's all I got. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go check out our normal YouTube channel feed. We have a brand new video up today for the Noble Otter using, I think, the console. So go check that out. Plans are showing up on TikTok. Maybe. I actually, someone who helps with the videos does TikTok stuff, and I've said let's do it. So good talking to you all. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for week 4 of the Beard Challenge. And see you at Arizona Shavers Meetup in 15 days. Goodbye.